Hey, what's up, Disruptive Coaches? And welcome to the 12-week mentorship program. I'm so proud of you guys for investing not only in yourself, but in the time and energy and attention that it's going to take to complete this course, and obviously take your business and your personal development to the next level. So thank you for that, and let's get started. So the purpose of this module is going to be to go over the 5 principles that are going to let guide us throughout this 12-week program in order to see success and hopefully use these principles for the rest of your life. So number 1 is going to be speed of implementation and taking massive action. So what does that mean? As soon as you learn something, and this is going to apply to this module and anything in your life that you feel is applicable, is as soon as you learn it, we get this, kind of pleasurable feeling. We feel good. We feel like you've accomplished something. But in the way that I've lived my life and the way I see the world, I don't see much value in learning for the sake of learning. I really see the value in learning so we can apply and so we can teach to other people. So and taking action on that very quickly and in a tremendous fashion. So what does that mean? As soon as you learn this, and as soon as you learn anything in any module in this course or anything in your life that you feel is useful to you, I want you to apply it immediately, and I want you to start teaching it to others. So even this principle, that applies. So I want you to start applying this into your life right now, taking massive action on everything that I teach you and everything that you learn in your life, and taking massive action on that. So, and teaching it to other people. So now you're going to teach other people to apply things faster in their life and take larger, more higher impact steps. So what does that mean? For you as fitness professionals, that means you're going to immediately teach your clients to do things faster and to do things with higher impact. So as soon as they learn to track their food, they're going to track their food immediately. They're not going to start tomorrow. They're not going to start on Monday. They're going to start immediately, and they're going to track every single thing that they eat. So, for example, not everybody tracks, but if that's a habit that you want to deliver to them, you need to deliver that with urgency and make sure they do it immediately. So, for another example, in terms of a training program. So let's say, for example, I have clients that apply sometimes on Saturday, and I write all my programs on Sunday. I am going to immediately take action and get them signed up. I'm going to get them signed up very quickly, which impresses them and gets them more excited. The more drawn out you make the sign up process, the more anxiety that builds up naturally. I just signed up with one of the best coaches in the world, and it's taken a little bit longer than I'd like, to get the process started. And there's been some hiccups there, and that's causing me a little bit of anxiety and doubt in the sales process, that I've gone through. And this is one of the coaches that I've learned but the majority of my powerlifting skills from, and even then I'm getting some doubt and some anxiety through that process, since it's taken several days to get that started. So something that you can do immediately when you get a new client is take them through your specific sales and enrollment and onboarding process very quickly, very smoothly, and very professionally, and then be encouraging the entire time. So speed of implementation and massive action. As soon as someone reaches out to you, you need to cycle through that process. Don't rush them, because obviously that's going to create some anxiety, and they're like, why the hell does this guy want me to start, in 5 minutes? You know what I mean? And you don't want to rush through creating their program either and do a sloppy job in terms of their training and nutrition, but get that done absolutely as quickly as possible. Expedite that process. I guarantee you they will be happier with your service and more bought in and excited to start. So that's the easiest way you can implement this this lesson is through onboarding your clients. Absolutely very key to get through that sales and enrollment and onboarding process very quickly. So let's say a client reaches out to me on Saturday. I go through the process. I book their call for either the same day or the next day. I would say in 90% of cases, you're going to want to book it for the next day. But let's say I do that same day, and then I get their intake forms all sorted, send them their welcome package, and then they are ready to go. And I'm ready to write their program on Sunday, and they are hitting the ground running on Monday. So sell them on Saturday or Sunday, write the program on Sunday, and then they're ready to go on Monday. So there's no chance for any sort of doubt or anxiety or second thoughts or anything. I'm just really encouraging them throughout that process and empowering them and coaching them to really affirm that decision of reaching out to a coach and reaching out for help, which takes a lot of courage for a lot of people. And it definitely took courage for you guys to reach out and go through this process with me. So we want to see that reflected with our clients, and we want to create that process as quickly as possible. So the second principle, and one of my favorites, and something that really resonates with me where I'm at with my life right now is, I was watching The Departed the other day, and Jack Nicholson, in the opening monologue, he says, I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me, in that cadence that he has. So that resonates so strongly with me. And this is going to be one of the biggest themes in this course is I want you to design your life. I want you to design your environment. I want you to understand that you have tremendous control over everything in your life. And that includes your physical surroundings. I wanted to film this, in the woods today. So I went out for a hike and I did that. I wanted to, live in a place, for a year where I could focus 100% on my business with no distractions. So I moved to Boston, on a couple days notice and went ahead and did that. So now, my business is going to the next level because I have literally no distractions. The people around you, I choose to surround myself with only a few close family members that I know are good for me and I'm good for them, and I'm able to exert, positive influence over them and vice versa. The few friends that I surround myself with, they're going places. They're pretty much all, fitness professionals that are really looking towards the future and really building some tremendous things there. So I've really crafted my environment to really guarantee my success. I have my, to go with some smaller examples, I have my supplements right next to me. It's inevitable for me to, it's right next to my coffee maker. So I make my coffee, I have my supplements. It's inevitable that I'm going to take them on time and in their entirety. My meal plan, the only things in my house in terms of food are things that correspond exactly to my meal plan. So it's pretty much impossible for me to, deviate from that unless I really, really want to, or I'm like traveling or something like that. And even then, I'm pretty good with that. So really, I've crafted my environment for my success, and I want you to realize that you can do that too. And sometimes it's going to be fairly difficult for you to do that, and sometimes it's going to allow you, it's going to require you to leave people that you've known for years. Sometimes it's going to require you to, maybe travel across the world, like I eventually intend to do. Perhaps you're going to have to let go of a job, which I did this year, which felt amazing, and it's something that I had a lot of ties to and really enjoyed doing in a lot of ways. And that was a decision that I definitely labored with, and it's definitely more secure, I would say, but really not in terms of the fitness industry. And in terms of the whole world, I think we've seen this year how much that can be in flux and how much secure jobs are really not. Nothing really is secure. So going back to the main point here, I want you to understand that, it may not happen today, it may not happen next week, it may not even happen in a year, but I want you to put things in motion now. Going back to our first principle of speed of implementation and massive action, I want you to take decisive action and massive action today in order to move those larger cogs, if necessary, to design your environment, to let go of those people that no longer serve you, let go of those locations that no longer serve you, let go of those jobs that no longer serve you, or double down on the things that do serve you. On those people that are really important in your life, I want you to double down on seeing them and being around them. On those locations that give you energy and inspiration and that you're drawn to, I want you to go there, and I want you to stay there. I want you to spend as much time there as possible. The woods for me is very restorative. Gets my brain moving. The mountain air is really good for my brain, so I spend more and more time here. So, and in terms of jobs, there's nothing wrong with working a job. Sometimes it can be the fastest route to where you want to go, and I want you to recognize that. On Instagram, I follow a lot of business accounts and investing accounts and those sorts of things. So a common thing is people saying how useless a job is, how easy it is to replace, all those sort of things. That's definitely a chorus that I see, and something that you may see as well, and definitely a common theme in the fitness industry, even more so today, is getting away from those commercial gyms and just really working for anybody, I suppose. But also being self-employed and a business owner isn't necessarily always the fastest path towards what you want. So I need you to recognize that. And if there is a job that's a phenomenal opportunity that can be a path to your success, then definitely do that and double down on that. If you have a really good job that provides tremendous networking, good financial benefits and those sorts of things, and good opportunities, don't let go of that just to jump and be on your own if it's the best opportunity to reach your goals. So that's going to obviously depend on your goals and your vision, and it may not always be that case. So understand that we are really going to craft and design our environment to reach our goals and our ultimate vision, which we're going over in module 1. So okay, so now we're on to our third principle that's going to guide us through this course. That is going to be asking for help before you need it. Right? So most people do the opposite. They ask for help only when they desperately need it, right? Or they never ask for help. And that was certainly me, for the majority of my life. I really wanted to be independent, do it myself. I've really learned my lesson in terms of starting to ask for help when I did need it. And now I ask for help before I need it. So the beginning of quarantine, right? Things are locked down. My fitness is doing well. My business is doing well. Definitely in a better position than a lot of other trainers. You could argue that I maybe necessarily didn't need help, right? But I went ahead and I hired a coach immediately, and I immediately started a course very similar to the way I structured this one, called the Strong Coach, half personal development and half business development, right? So I had a lot of mentorship and support through there, and I had a good coach to kick my ass and get me super strong, right? And hold me accountable, which is really key. Something I want you all to do is proactively seek out help, support, and coaching before you need it. Even when you're doing well, you don't want to wait until your business or your fitness is flatlining or declining, or a financial situation or a relationship or anything in life. I want you to proactively seek that out and be aggressively, not only proactively, I want you to be aggressively seeking out help, support, education, and assistance before you need it, right? So how does that show up in this course? Use me as a resource. Eventually I'll be hiring a program director, which you'll reach out to him. But for now, I want you to proactively reach out to me, not when you, definitely reach out to me if you have a problem in your business, of course, or in your life. But I want you to use me as a resource throughout this course. Anything in your life that, and in your business rather, that you need to optimize, let's go ahead and do that immediately. And let's get ahead of that as soon as possible. In your fitness, if you need a coach, go ahead and hire a coach. If you need nutrition, go ahead and hire nutrition. If you need help with your finances, go ahead and do that. Get ahead of that, and you'll be ahead of most people in this world who, like I said, only reach out to, if they do even reach out for help, they reach out after they need it. So that's going to be very important. All right, so we are on to the fourth principle that we're going to use to guide us through this course, and that is pouring from an overflowing cup. Now, a lot of us, working as personal trainers, and especially if you're in a commercial gym, and especially if you're very successful, that, the doubles, and, working the weekends, and, very little sleep, and, missing meals, the protein bars, running to the bathroom in between clients and during clients, letting your fitness slip, those sorts of things are very common. And if it wasn't you, it was definitely your peers, right? So we want to get away from that. And I want you to understand that you will be so much of a better coach if you are in tip-top condition, right? So that means your fitness is the best it's ever been, right? And that definition will change over time, right? So, for me, it's powerlifting right now at a high level. Later on, it might be, who knows, hiking crazy mountains, right? So, but for me, my personal definition of fitness, it's very important for me to keep that very high. I'm sleeping a lot. My nutrition's on point. I have coaching. So all of those are going to allow you to lead from the front. So being a leader in your life, and especially for your clients, like if you're a fitness professional, you are a leader, right? So you are leading your clients, and they can sense when you're in the absolute best condition, when you're well rested, when you're not burnt out, right? When you are, really able to, when you're in incredible shape, when you're really able to present your best self to your clients. They can feel that. People can see that in the way you walk around, and they can also see when you're not taking care of yourself. They can see when you haven't slept. They can see when you've trained 5 clients before them and you're kind of half there. They can see when you look like shit. When they can see if you're not working out, you know what I mean, and not eating properly. They can see if you're rushing around and anxious. So if you truly want to be and this is, remote or in person. Obviously, it's a lot more visceral in person. But I want you to show up as the best version of yourself for your clients. And that doesn't mean, you can also go too much in the direction of caring way too much about yourself and not about your clients. I remember, seeing people that would be so obsessed with, their sport that they would be like eating with clients and, being late to clients because they were, working out or things like that. I don't mean being like that. Service to the highest level is really key, and that's actually why we want to take such good care of ourselves, is so we can service our clients better. So don't take this as fuck your clients, you are the most important person in the world. Not that at all. I want you to show up as the best version of yourself as your for your clients. That means taking care of your sleep, making sure you have coaches if you need it, or even if you don't need it, and making sure you're on top of your education and everything like that. So pouring from an overflowing cup and doing things like taking time off, things like turn your phone off or going into places where you can't have service. That means going on vacation. You shouldn't feel guilty for going on vacation. You can even have your whole life be a vacation. Next year I plan on going fully digitally nomadic, and I know that's some of your goals, which is really exciting for me to lead you guys on that. And then it's kind of a working vacation, of course. If I'm traveling around for a year, obviously I'm gonna still have to coach and still run these courses for you guys. But I'm not gonna feel guilty about traveling or taking time off. As long as the business is structured properly and the clients are being taken care of and they feel cared for, that's the most important things. It's not what you have on paper. It's not what you look like. It's not how many followers you have. It's about how your clients feel. So that's why we want to pour from that overflowing cup and be in the absolute best condition possible, so we can lead our clients to the best of our ability and make our clients feel good. I mean, at the end of the day, I would say that's the most important metric out of all of this. Hard to track, but you'll feel it when it happens, is if your clients are feeling good. If your clients are feeling good, everything is going pretty damn well in your business, I would say, eventually, right? So that's where it all starts. Cool. Okay, and the fifth principle is going to be 1% better every day and tiny habits, right? So just like with our fitness, we cannot expect to be in our lifetime best shape in a short amount of time, right? So same thing with your business and personal development. You're not going to be your ideal highest self and your wealthiest, most successful business owner self with the full roster of clients, charging your ideal prices, having unlimited leads come to you, and all your clients are reaching their highest success. It is simply not going to happen tomorrow. Although I wish I could wave my magic wand and make that happen for you. And I will certainly do my best to get you as close to that as possible. And you will be doing your best to do that, but it is going to be a process. So how do we even get there? It's 1% every day and tiny habits. So those tiny habits in your business might be posting on social media. It might be showing up as your authentic self a little bit more every day and expressing yourself more every single day. It might be taking inventory of your finances every single day. It might be checking in with your clients regularly and better, right? It might be doing a little bit more reading every day. It might be working out a little bit more every day. It might be taking daily walks every day. But the overarching theme here is 1% better every day. It's going to be little incremental changes that are going to stick and last for the rest of your life. Those are going to make the greatest impact. So I want you to focus on creating those little tiny habits that are going to add up in your business. And I will be giving you explicitly those tiny habits throughout this program in terms of things you can do with your social media, things you can do with client check-ins, things you can do with education that you should be doing every single day that will provide those compounding 1% increases. So that's going to be a big theme. I'm not going to talk about it much right now, as it's going to be simply just kind of revealed throughout the course as I give you those tiny habits, and it's going to be absolutely incredible how those habits will compound and really create lasting change in your business. Like, for example, the tiny habits that have brought me here today are the education that I would do as a personal trainer every single day. I would as I was drinking my pre-workout and about to lift, I would read articles on Elite FTS, and I recommend you do the same. There are some incredible articles on there, and I would learn something about powerlifting programming or mindset or nutrition or some hilarious story from some fat powerlifter, and that really elevated me. It was a daily habit of reading and educating myself, and I learned a lot. From that. So that was one of those tiny habits that I did. Taking your supplements every day, drinking that gallon of water every day, going for daily walks, going back to pouring from that overflowing cup, right? A lot of those daily habits are simply just going to be taking better care of yourself, and that will absolutely compound for you, and that will show up in your business as well. All right, so I hope you learned a lot from those 5 principles and are ready to apply them in your life immediately, right? Speed of implementation. So to conclude module 0 here, I'm so excited for you guys to go through this course and learn, and I'm definitely excited to meet with you on the first Zoom call, which will be on Sunday. So let's go ahead and get after it, and I'll see you soon.